This thing I'm unboxing in front of your eyes is an electric heater and air purifier that also mines Bitcoin. Lots of people try and fail to mine Bitcoin at home, and this thing, I'm confident, is the most foolproof way to do so. Any average Joe, like me, can use it. The product is called a Heatbit, and I've been using the device for the past 4 months to heat my balcony and now my office. I wanted to share my thoughts with you on the Heatbit in this video as a review. Please note I'm an advisor to this company, so this is of course a biased review. More on that later. Okay, welcome back. It's been 4 months since I unboxed the Heatbit and put it to the test for the past 4 months. If you know my content, you'll know that I travel a heck of a lot. So when we look at the chart of the Heatbit, then there's these massive peaks and troughs of me basically going traveling for a week or 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So the Heatbit is still here, still looks wonderful, and as you can see, I've managed to bash the Heatbit into something and I lost a panel off there, and I wanted to share with you some of my thoughts about using it for the past 4 months and maybe suggest whether or not you should buy them. Please note, I am an advisor to Heatbit, so these are very biased comments. I want this company to do well, just like I want Bitcoin to do well. I believe in Heatbit and I believe in Bitcoin. So take what I say with a massive helping of salt. So I've got it on right now. It's hot coming out of here. Like when you first turn it on, it starts warm, obviously, and then it gets hotter and hotter because I guess the Bitcoin miner that's inside here is slowly heating up that air, which is going to push through. The other thing to consider is that it's also an air filtration device. So right now it's on mining, but I can hold this down for 5 seconds and switch it to air. It beeps again, you heard that, and it's gone to filtration. By the way, did you hear that the noise it was making then? Now it's switched over and you can hear it, that it's gone a bit louder because now it's onto filtration mode. When it switches between settings, it sometimes goes louder for a period before it then reverts to the noise you heard earlier. Like the noise, I don't know, a minute ago was the heating on at full pelt and it was still pretty quiet. Like I will record podcasts at that desk half a meter away and the Heatbit will be on. This here is the heater I have replaced with the Heatbit. It's louder than the Heatbit. It also creates a heat, which is, I don't know what the word is, but it's like it's an unpleasant heat. When I asked my girlfriend which does she prefer between this one and the Heatbit, she prefers the Heatbit because it creates this sort of nice warmth. It's not like this, which is really artificial and it like dries out your skin. This feels like you're on a plane for a long time. That feels like genuine normal warmth. So if we're watching a film or a series or something, it's much nicer to have the Heatbit on in the corner than it is to have this thing. And sometimes I even use the device to orange pill my guests live on video. That's one thing actually I'd like to add about the Heatbit. It's also an orange pilling device. So if you have friends or family members or people in your entourage that think that Bitcoin is a scam and think that Bitcoin mining is a scam, this is a direct contradiction of all their arguments, because all it does is heat your space or purify the air.
Joe, what are your thoughts? Which is safer for the environment, Bitcoin or altcoins?
Thanks, T, and appreciate your points on that, Ryan. Just 2 things on this very quickly. You see that machine behind me there? So that right there is keeping my office warm. Do you know what it is?
It's a Bitcoin miner, right?
Correct, T.
Yeah.
Now, I replaced my electricity heater in my office with a Bitcoin miner. So tell me, what is the ecological and environmental footprint of that versus what I was using previously? Effectively, 0. I'm helping to secure the soundest money on the planet whilst also keeping my office space warm.
Now the purifying, you can replace the, does this come out? There you go. You can replace these filters here. Mine looks all right, actually. Does that look all right? I've had it on quite intensely in this new office because it was a very dusty space when I first moved in. And as you can see, the dust cap filter, I've knocked it off through moving it from place to place. I love this thing and I find that it does its job really, really well. But what we need to learn now is whether or not it's, I guess, worth the money, because how much Bitcoin have I mined with the Heatbit over the past 4 months with lots of traveling. So I'm going to screen record at the same time to show you the Heatbit app and to show you what it's been doing. I'm just going to flick it back onto heating mode because I actually need the heat in this office. So to do that, I hold it down and it switches to heating. Notice how the app also switched to heating because these two are talking to each other. So let's see how much money I've earned and if I can withdraw it. By the way, did you hear how it's got quieter again since it's gone off the filtration heating mode? It's very clever. So I go to the wallet and here I can see, let's first see what I've earned. So you can see I've got 21,400 Satoshis or $15. So I've earned $15 over the past 4 months, of which I was at home for maybe slightly less than half of the time. I don't know what that works out as. And when we look at transactions, this is kind of cool. So I can see that I earned 5 Satoshis and then another 5 Satoshis and another 5 Satoshis. I was earning basically 5 Satoshis every 10 minutes today, sometimes every 5 minutes, which is kind of cool. And when we look at our balance, we can withdraw to a crypto wallet, and we can also see the stats. Now the stats is interesting because I can show how many I've mined every day and the rate at which I've mined them. So here we go. If we look at the week, you can see when I'm at work and when I'm not at work and when I have the Heatbit on and not. Obviously on Thursday, I earned a whopping 20 cents. And yesterday, I earned 23 cents. So definitely going to quit doing this stuff very soon. On the 3-month, you can see that I had a really good stint in February when it was really cold. And one day I earned $2.60 in a day. That's pretty good. I imagine I probably had it on there from 9 a.m. in the morning until 7 p.m. at night. And you can see again that I was, mining a bit harder in these periods. The weather in Lisbon has improved recently, so I haven't had to have it on as much, but you can see the potential there. If you want to earn $2.60 a day, I've proved that you can. And the other things to check out are the wallet, whether or not I can withdraw the Bitcoin. So I know that soon you're going to be able to send it to a bank card, and then there'll also soon be monthly withdrawals. So you would be able to withdraw that $5 or $6 or $10 a month, whatever it may be. And what I'm going to do now is try to withdraw some of that money. Agree how much I want to withdraw. So here I would type in my Bitcoin wallet address. I don't actually want to do that right now because I don't want to withdraw it. I just want to keep stacking and stacking and stacking. But here you'd be able to put in a Bitcoin wallet address and withdraw it easily. For the moment, it's on-chain transactions only. So Bitcoin layer 1 transactions. So I could withdraw those 21,000 sats or $14.80 if I so wished. So there you go, that's the Heatbit in a nutshell. Would I recommend it to you? Well, yes, because I'm an advisor to the company, but should you buy it? I think it depends on a lot of factors. If you live in El Salvador by the beach, don't buy a Heatbit. If you live in a place where you are already using an electric heater to heat your space, then consider buying one of these because it mines Bitcoin, which is really cool, and it helps to orange pill your friends and family, which is also pretty cool. And I think it looks really nice, and it does a really good job of heating a space in a really nice way. The other thing is that the air filter thing is cool to have, especially if you have dogs or cats. I don't, but in this dusty space, I do put it on the air filter setting. And the other thing is I haven't noticed an increase or decrease on my electricity bills because all it's done is replace my existing electric heaters. So there you have it. That is the Heatbit in a nutshell. I, of course, strongly recommend you buy one, but that's because I'm an advisor to the company. It's up to you to make your mind up. But does it mine Bitcoin? Yes. Is it idiot proof? Yes. Does it look cool? You can be the judge of that. I think it does. The screen works well. I've had it for 4 months now. Everything's still working despite the fact that I've bashed it around a bit. And my electricity bill hasn't gone through the roof. So I've still managed to mine some Bitcoin at home successfully without blowing myself up or blowing the device up. And that right there is a win. If you want to buy a Heatbit, then get a discount and also help support my work by using the promo code CheersJoe on their website. Also, this review, as you can maybe guess, was from late spring last year. I have since used a brand new Heatbit for the past year and a bit, and I want to do a full review about the Heatbit, about using it, about cashing out in Bitcoin, and about whether or not it impacted my energy bills. Spoiler alert, it didn't, on my main channel, which is Joe Nakamoto channel. So let me know any comments or questions about the Heatbit below, and I will bring those up in the main review of the Heatbit. Thank you so much again. Do what you love and save in Bitcoin. And one more time, I am an advisor to Heatbit, so of course take this with a pinch of salt. Thank you so much, and see you very soon.